welcome back to the Welcome to the World Sports Podcast. I'm your boy John, along with Braxton and Eddie. How y'all doing today, fellas?
I'm doing good. Can't complain.
I'm doing all right, baby. Ready to be.
All right, bro. All right. I'm just checking on y'all, man. Hey, we're going to get right into it. Monday Night Football. The Jags took on the Chiefs at home and came away with a big 31-28 victory over the dynasty of the Chiefs, man. How y'all feel about that game? Do y'all feel like Jacksonville is a contender in the AFC? And what y'all think about the Chiefs and how things are going for them?
Me personally, I definitely, like I said, like the AFC South has definitely became one of the most competitive divisions, and the Jags definitely look like a top 5 team in my opinion, and it definitely showed that yesterday. And Mahomes, he didn't play. He played like everyone know him to be, but I just feel like they had a couple of turnovers that set them back, and a couple of penalties that also set them back. So I just feel like that was their game to lose, which they did, and it showed.
Yeah, I felt like the Chiefs showed me that in this game, they definitely are beatable. I mean, they have losses this year, but I felt like this one, they kind of gave it away. Like I said, I mean, like up 14 points, that's a game that you're supposed to win. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, the Jags look like a competitive team. They put up a good performance, and I think moving forward, that's a win that can galvanize the troops and make you feel like you can beat those big teams moving forward. So yeah, I was happy to see that for them. I mean, not happy for the division because obviously I'm a Texans fan, but uh, glad to see Trevor Lawrence get a win. People have been on him for a little while, and that play that he made at the end of the game was just insane.
Yeah, I agree with everything that y'all said. I think that for the Chiefs, is this maybe the final season? I mean, the season that they kind of come back down to earth and, come back down to the pack and not be the Chiefs that we've seen of old, maybe so. But I think this says more about the Jags and the type of, team that they're building over there. We so accustomed to seeing the Jags be such a bad team over the years. And now, they finally got Liam Cohen and looks like good leadership over there, which is something that they've been missing for a long time. And like Brack said, it was just good to see Trevor Lawrence be able to be the type of quarterback we thought he was going to be coming out of coming out of college. And I'm just happy that he was able to finally do something good in his career for a change and kind of get that monkey off his back, because a lot of people have been on this trail about not being who we thought he was going to be coming out of college. So yeah, that was good to see.
Yeah, I also wanted to give credit to Travis Hunter. I have been telling some of my friends I ain't really think that so far he had been doing enough to validate, or how do I want to say that he could play on both sides of the ball. But this game, I felt like he did a good job, guarding some good guys and also making plays on the offense. That catch he made, that's vintage Travis Hunter right there. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll piggybacking off of that. I do feel like that they learned how to use him more, and I think that's a good sign for him. But playing both sides, we saw he did get a little banged up, so I feel like that also comes into play. So I feel like they gonna have to continue to watch him and to see how they want to use him, just so he can be sustainable throughout the season and his career.
Yeah, that's kind of what they got into like early in the season. It was kind of limited in snaps, playing them not as much on one side of the ball versus the other side of the ball. But I think last night they kind of let him, you know, get into that groove of being able to play both sides of the ball. And we seen them deal with some cramps here and there. So yeah, like I said, that's just something we're gonna have to watch. But quickly, do y'all feel like the Jaguars are true contenders in the AFC now?
I definitely think the Jaguars are contenders. I don't know what I say Super Bowl, but I definitely think they have a great chance to make the playoffs and make some noise, unless they play the Texans. But
I gotta see more from them. I've seen them have starts like this to the season, and then as the season wanes, their performances start to fall off. So if they can put a consistent season together under their new head coach, I think maybe, but that's yet to be seen at this point.
Gotcha. I'm gonna just say, I gotta see more too. I feel like the Chiefs was like maybe the first real competitive team that we played, because I mean they did play Houston, but we know that Houston been dealing with offensive struggles. So I feel like the Chiefs was like the first real competitive game that they had, and they proved to win that one. So Yeah. Moving on, the Bucks and the Seahawks go down to the wire in Seattle on Sunday, and the Ohio State boys showed out as well on Sunday. So my question to y'all is: do y'all feel like the Bucks are a top 5 team after that win?
I do. I do. You got the Lions, Philly, Jags, Colts, and I had to say Tampa Bay to round out the five. I think that even without Mike Evans being out a couple of games, they showing that they can score the ball real well, and I think they found something in Ibuka, man. The Ohio State boy is something different, and I definitely think they got him one of him.
I would agree with that. I honestly feel like what separates good teams from great teams is the ability to beat good opponents, but also be good in the moments that it's time to be good. And no matter what the game looks like, they play close games. I feel like they always find a way to finish it off. And if you can do that consistently enough as a team, you're getting good quarterback play from Baker Mayfield. Obviously, Igbuka's looking good. Bucky Irvin, I know he got injured a little bit, but he's been looking good. So, and the defense has been holding up. I think, in the future, they could be a playoff team for sure and a real threat moving forward. On the Seahawks side, uh, obviously that's a letdown to be that closer to the game and lose it. But you 3-2 on the season, you can't look too down on yourself.
Yeah. Bryce, you want to rattle off your top 5 teams right quick?
Oh Lord. Let's see. Right now, I'd probably say Eagles, Bills, even though they had a tough loss. Mm, I ain't gonna lie, I had to get back to y'all on that. You put me on the
If
spot.
I'm gonna get my top 5, I'm gonna go Eagles, Bills. I'm gonna go Colts. I'm gonna go Bucks, and Lions got to be in there. That's my top 5 right there. But just talking about that game on Sunday, the Bucks, they just look like an absolute force. Especially offensively, the way Baker's been playing and Ibuka, he's been showing that even with Mike Evans out, he can be their number one option for Baker. He's been putting up great numbers, great fantasy numbers as well. Chris Godwin's starting to get back in the fold. I think once he starts to get back into football shape, that's only going to elevate the offense even more. Bucket Irvin, like you said, he brings that dynamic element to the run game. So I think that they're a good team, and with Ty Bowles at the helm, they're always going to be good defensively as well. So I think that they're a good team. Now that leads me to my next question: do we feel like that they can sustain winning those games close, much like we asked of the Eagles, and we seen how that happened to them on Sunday? So do y'all feel like the Eagles are able to, sustain this type of winning of the football games?
As far as the Eagles, I
Well,
don't.
not the Eagles, the Bucks. Do y'all feel like the
Oh,
Bucks could?
oh.
could
Mm, I do. I trust in Baker. I think Baker can make those plays late in games. So, what you think, Eddie?
I definitely think they can win late because they got the tools that's needed for teams to win late. Baker, I think he's proven himself multiple times, and I feel like he's found his home again in Tampa Bay. I'm happy for him, happy to see it. I think he got his swag back because he always like running up to people. We're seeing the old glimpses of him like he was in college, but they got the offense. I feel like the defense could be a little bit stronger to help the offense, when it comes late. So I feel like they can make a couple more plays. But as far as just finishing, I think that's what they're doing right now early in this. As long as you building good habits, I feel like later in the season when you need to win, you'll come back to these moments and you'll be prepared.
yeah, yeah, I agree. The only thing that scares me with Tampa is that all their games has come down to one score games or like the last play. So they've never really proven to like win decisively over a team, which kind of like scares me because even when they had the Jets at home, the Jets gave them a run for their money. So that's the only thing that would scare me about them. But I think that they can sustain it as long as Baker continues to play at a high level. But they will need more production from the defense for sure because the defense gave up 35 points and it's gonna be hard to score 40 points every week to be able to get that win. So yeah.
Yeah. Moving on though, Moving on to our next topic, man. I know John was happy about this, man. Them Saints finally got in the win column, man. They played against the Giants. They won 26-14. First win under Kellen Moore and Spencer Rattler as a tandem. How'd you feel about that, man?
Oh, when the Saints go marching in, yeah, baby. That's what I've been waiting to see, man. I've been needing this, bro. It's been a long, tough week, especially after we lost to Seattle like that, man. I was almost to tears, man. But being able to, win the man. And I told Eddie before the week started, man. I said, "Look, man, this is our chance to get a dub. We gonna get a dub, man." And I just like how we played on both sides of the ball, man. The offensive line held up good, gave Rat some good protection. The receivers got open. I like the connection that Rat and Olavi had throughout the game, as well as Shaheed. I think the defense played well, forcing turnovers, man. Like Kool-Aid came up big with 2 interceptions. We had two for fumbles. Of course, one was, Jackson Dart just losing the ball on a scramble, but I feel like our defense played well, man. That's something I feel like we can build on, going into the rest of the season, just being able to play as one unit like that because we haven't really seen that from that team all year, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So if the defense can play like that and the offensive line can hold up for Spencer Rattler, man, I feel like we got a chance. But one thing I would say that we have to work on is getting that running game going because Alvin Kamara really hasn't been able to showcase, what he can do in the run game. So I think that we really got to get that going if we want to continue to win games. But I was overall impressed with how we beat the Giants on Sunday. Yeah.
Hey man, I'm happy for you, John. I feel like you definitely needed this. I was praying you saw it, man. I was rooting for you, honestly, and you did call it off. So, yeah, props to you, man. Props to the Saints. I just hope they keep making you happy. And Lil Ray, you know I love Lil Ray. Like I always say, he not the problem. But I got some guys over there as John Brax know, and my boy Olave, and love to see him, doing great. Just hope he stay healthy and stay on the field. Um. I don't got nothing really to say, man. I'm happy for John this week, y'all. I'm happy for my boy, man.
Yeah, I'm happy for John too. Just some things on the game that I noticed. I felt like at first Jackson Dart looked like he was having a pretty good day, but then I feel like as things went on, that defense kind of started figuring some things out, and just a couple mental mistakes on the part of the Giants. But moving forward, I think if the Saints can continue to have those explosive plays downfield, I think that can be, something that they can lean on. And, hey, like Brian Kelly said, all it takes is one, so you never know what happens after that. So we'll see. But yeah.
Yes, bro, I needed that. I needed that. And honestly, I love the way Spencer Rattler been playing, bro. Like he's been playing good, efficient football, not turning the ball over. It just ain't been able to come together on both sides of the ball. And I honestly think we made a mistake drafting a quarterback at 40 because we got a quarterback in the building that can win us games. It's just a team thing. It's a team effort, and we got to do better as a team in closing these games out because we've been in pretty much every game besides that Seattle game. We just ain't been able to close.
Yeah. Another game that was pretty crazy this week. Man, so many just mental plays that was just dumb in this one. But the Titans got a win against the Cardinals, man. Now a win is a win, but how it happened, man, I couldn't believe. But what was y'all thoughts on that game?
Bro, that game was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And to see, we just sit on here last week and talked about how A.D. Mitchell fumbled that ball going into the end zone. And to see that happened again this week, like, I know that there was in a meeting all throughout the week showing that player, A.D. Mitchell, showing how, you got to hold on to the ball going into the end zone. And for that to happen, man, I mean, that's crazy, which I'm not complaining because that allowed the Titans back in the game, and I had the Titans plus 7.5 spread, so they ended up covering. So I'm not complaining, but that's just a mental mistake that cannot happen, bro. And I feel bad for him because everybody was piling on to him on Monday, but that's just something that can't happen, man. You cost your team the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I definitely agree. And I just feel like at some point of the season, we always see these bonehead plays. Like, why we can't just hold the ball all the way through the line? It ain't that hard. Like one extra step, you can extend and make sure it's over the line. Like, and then he probably need to keep that ball because that's the only touchdown he probably go score in a minute. So I'm feeling like what's the point? What's the point of that, bro? Like that's not helping nothing. Personally, I hate those plays because it just brings bad memories to me because that's how we lost in playoffs in high school on my team because we had a fumble. He damn near crossed the line, but somebody came punched it out to the back. We end up losing like that, bro. So that kind of hurt me. I'm tired of seeing it, bro. Just hold the ball. Hold the ball. Go ahead, Brad. Take it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the issue is. I mean, I feel like it's just I don't know. They get too excited, They getting in the end zone, something that they dreamed of as a kid, and then for that to happen. I mean, it's game changing plays. I mean, had they got that touchdown, they win the game. So I mean, stuff like that, boneheaded plays by how you say his name, DeMarcado. Man, I just hey man, you gotta stay disciplined, stay focused, but hey, run through the tape, as they say in races. You got to run through the tape, man. If it ain't official, it ain't official yet. So.
Hey, my question is, did y'all see the interaction between him and the coach? Like the coach was like, I'm talking about putting hands on that boy.
Yeah.
So how y'all feel about it? Was the coach out of line for doing that, y'all think?
Nope, not at all. 100%.
But as a grown man, though, son.
Hey, he grown man that fumble. Do your job, bro. Do your job. It's that simple. And the coach trying to do his job because he's trying to keep his job.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like usually you see college coaches going at players like that, but I mean in the NFL, stuff like this, you a professional. You can't be allowing stuff like that to happen. So I mean, you got to get corrected. As my parents would say, you act up.
Yeah, his ass will.
Yeah, right there. So he was dealing with it right in the moment. So
Hey, I'm gonna just say this, bro. Me personally, I'm not about to let no other grown man put his hands on me in front of all them people, bro.
Yeah, like he punched on him and rap. He just roughed him up a little bit, bro. Hold
Man,
the ball. Just hold
all
the
right,
ball,
but
man.
let me tell you something. Let me ask you this. But if he go back and he do that to the coach, like they get into like a physical altercation, then he gonna be at fault. Everybody gonna be blaming him, saying he shouldn't have put his hands on the coach. So like, in my opinion, the coach shouldn't be able to put his hands on him. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know their relationship either, so we don't know how the behind the scenes either. So you
You right.
can't. I tell you what, every coach can't do that to every player.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, it definitely does depend on the relationship between the two of them. But moving on to the next topic, Texans got a really dominant win against the Baltimore Ravens. I believe final score was like a 30-point deficit. They scored 40 points. The offense looked great. CJ looked great. Defense looked great. What's y'all thoughts on that, man?
You said CJ looked great. No, CJ looked immaculate.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Hutch, man. That boy got an end zone twice. Nick Chubb looked better. I just feel like shout out to Baltimore Ravens, man. They made the Texans look like there was a Super Bowl winning offense right there, and we are not. We definitely have a lot of work to do. But like I told y'all last week, man, we got one, and you never know what happens when you get one. So John, just looking on to the Texans, man, y'all know what can happen. So maybe we just got to keep building, bro. Keep stacking and just keep it rolling, man. You never know. Momentum is everything.
I got you. I got you. Hey, y'all offense definitely looked good against Baltimore. But again, that is Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore looked like the team that's a get right game for everybody this year. So, yeah, so I don't know how much to take from it. You know what I'm saying? Because Baltimore just so depleted, especially in the secondary. They down Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton. So that's just something to take note of. Other than that, man, I don't know. I didn't really watch the game, so I can't really give too much thought onto it. But I know that your offense did play well, and like I said, it's just going to see if that's going to be able to catapult y'all into new heights, or was it just playing against the Ravens that made y'all look good. So we'll see.
Yeah. You got to be the team you're supposed to be. So, I mean, as long as you do that, hey, I'm always being in support of that and, just keeping it moving forward. So I'm happy for them. But we about to move on to the next segment. After the break, we're going to come back and talk about some college football. So y'all keep it locked right here, as John would say.
All right, y'all, coming out of break. As we're recording this, we got some breaking news, man. The Cleveland Browns are sending Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals. As the Cincinnati Bengals are hoping that that they can get something going with this new quarterback, man. Because Jake Brown has not looked good at all. What's y'all quick reactions to this breaking news trade?
Boy, I know Jamar and T are excited. Boy, they probably like, get him out of here. Boy, that boy Jake Brown, hey, you done. I'm so happy to see it. Bryce Massar, I'm so happy to see it, bro. Get out of there, bro. He suck. Get him out of there. Go ahead, Joe. Get them boys Jamar and T back right, man. For fantasy.
I mean, Joe Flacco was benched for a reason. So I mean, let's not act like some Aaron Rodgers or something is coming in there. He gonna help the team for sure. I'm not saying like he's that a bad acquisition, but I'm just saying like as far as the team moving forward, he will be able to help them get some wins for the time that Joe comes back. I do agree with that.
I got you. Yeah, I don't know. Joe didn't look good in Cleveland. I don't know why. If it was because of the lack of talented receivers, which he won't deal with in Cincinnati. My only question is about Cincinnati and Joe is the fact that Joe is a 40-year-old quarterback, and Cincinnati's offensive line has not been great. Has not been great. So they got to be able to protect him because he ain't gonna be able to get out and maneuver like Joe Burrow would. So that's my only concern about that. But if he could get time and develop chemistry with these receivers, I think that they can make a push for sure in case Joe Burrow wants to come back later on in the year. So yeah.
Yeah, everything is upgrade over Jake Brown, bro. So this is a A+ move. Definitely A+ move for the Bengals, man. I promise you.
I feel you. I feel you. But yeah, man, as Brax teased before we went to break, quick college football recap coming up, man. Week 6, we had some terrible, terrible losses. And when I say terrible, I'm speaking about Penn State going to UCLA and losing at the Rose Bowl, man. And we had Alabama, Vanderbilt, just to name a few, man. Give me y'all a quick recap of how y'all think the season went for y'all. I mean, not I say the season went, but how y'all think Week 6 went?
Yeah, it was some definitely some outcomes that I didn't quite expect. One of them that stood out for me was how Texas looked against Florida. I mean, I thought they put up a better fight than that, but I mean, it looked like Arch ain't ready. Eddie keep texting us in a group chat saying Arch is not good. So I guess this is what it is, man. I guess this is what it's gonna look like for the foreseeable future. Hopefully he can get better. As far as Penn State getting a win, or no, not getting a win, taking the L against UCLA. I thought, me personally, I wasn't surprised. I mean, Penn State, they haven't really, to me, proved to be the top team that everybody putting them up to be. So that really didn't surprise me that much.
Well, firstly, what else can I say, man? I don't want to say that I was right, and I told y'all, I tried to tell y'all, but I told y'all, bro, Arch is not that. I tried to tell everybody. I can't give him credit for his mobility. Now, when he get to running and out that pocket, he's dangerous and he a weapon. But when it comes to just sitting that back there, pocket passing, that's not him. He got a lot of pressure on with that last name, man. It probably went to his head. Probably boosted him up to a position that he wasn't ready for. And I think, he's definitely not ready. And he needs a good 2 to 3 years, just development. And he got a long way to go. And with Penn State, man, I'm just sad to see. I was just looking at the rankings and I was like, they're not on the list. So, just from them taking two L's, man, 2 bad L's. Well, not one. Well, one bad L to UCLA, to Nico. Nico got something to prove, and he showed that, man, and he got them boys unranked. So Penn State and Texas unranked. I love to see it, man.
Me personally, I forgot all about when I was introducing this topic. I forgot all about Texas losing to Florida, which I predicted. When I put my bets in, I kind of lean towards Florida a little bit. But honestly, bro, I know Archie. And I ain't saying he been playing good because he has not been playing good. But to me, I think Texas's problems go way deeper than Arch, because the defense was, which a lot of people think was one of the top defenses in the country. They didn't play good against Florida at all. Florida was able to run the ball at will. do whatever they wanted on defense. We seen the catch that Dallas Wilson made along the sideline where he was just tight roping and running all over them boys. So I think the defense let him down for sure. And Arch didn't play well. But it was also times that I seen that his receivers were just getting clamped by Florida's DBs. Now it was some throws that Arch could have made, that could have helped them out a little bit. And like I said, I'm not saying that he played spectacular, or because that's definitely not the case. He hasn't been playing good all season, but I think that it's a more of a team issue than just putting the blame on Arch by itself. Because, like I said, the receivers, there was a lot of times they didn't get open, and the defense just let them down. Because this is the same this is the same offense that LSU forced Florida 5 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? And they looked like a all league, all caliber offense on Saturday against Texas. So they got some things to fix over there. But with Penn State, man, that surprised me, bro, because UCLA is a team that fired their coach, they fired their offensive coordinator. They had 2 days to be with this new coach that they got, which was he was a position coach. Then he came out and said, it was times during the game that he couldn't even get the playthrough because he was pressing the wrong button on the headset. And they still was able to go out there and just hang 42 points on Penn State, a team that got off Ohio State's defensive coordinator, and he's the highest paid coordinator in the game right now, and the defense just looks horrible. So that really was surprising to me because I expected Penn State to go in there and handle business, and that ain't what they did. And so now we're looking at both them and Texas unranked, the number 1 and number 2 teams coming into the season. That's how they were ranked, and now they unranked. So yeah, man, it was a crazy Saturday for sure.
Moving on to some WNBA action. The WNBA is in the playoffs and they're in the finals, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The Aces facing the Mercury. Right now, the Aces have a pretty dominant lead, a 2-0 lead in the series. What do y'all think is the biggest reason why they have that 2-0 lead, and what do y'all think will happen moving forward?
2 words: Aja Wilson. Aja Wilson.
Aja Wilson. And
Yep.
they got experience as well. So that definitely played a big part in it. So they've been there before. They know what to do.
Yeah. I agree 100%, man. You got Aja Wilson on your team, the best player in the WNBA, maybe the best player we're gonna ever see in history when it's all said and done. So, and like Ed said, they've been there before. They know how to win these games, and Phoenix just ain't got enough to compete with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I can say.
Hey, I ain't got nothing else to add to it because y'all get my answer, so we all good. Let's move on to the MLB playoffs. It's been some highly contested matchups happening so far. What has been some things that have excited y'all so far about it?
Man, basically, because I've been following this since the wild card series. The way the Yankees was able to pull out of that series against the Boston Red Sox, that was pretty exciting because there was basically 3 good games, always between those two. But now that they're in a division series, and they're going against the Toronto Blue Jays, I mean, man, they look bad them first 2 games. And, now they're on the brink of elimination, and we kind of been seeing the same thing from their best player, Aaron Judge. He don't show up in the postseason, which is what a lot of people have been talking about. And so it's going to be interesting to see if, now that the series flips back to New York, are they going to be able to force, a game 5 in Toronto, which I think they can, honestly. I think they play better at home, but they're going to need better pitching, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be interesting to see. Other than that, I think the Mariners and the Tigers series has been great. It's tied 1-1 now. I think that's gonna go 5 games, and the Dodgers are just continuing to be the Dodgers, man. I think they're gonna go back to the World Series, bro. Because in my opinion, I think the Phillies was the only team that could give them a challenge, and man, they up 2-0 on Philly, and now they about to go back to Los Angeles. I mean, you might as well wrap this series up. I ain't gonna lie to you. But at the end of the day, it is baseball. We never know what could happen, but right now, man, the Dodgers look like they're the best team in baseball right now. Oh, and the Brewers. I wanted to mention the Brewers. The Brewers looked great. The Brewers looked great. They did. They have been looking great against the Cubs, man, and I think we on a collision course for the Brewers and the Dodgers to be in the NLCS, man. So I'm excited to see that for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, but I was definitely surprised with the Phillies, man. Phillies was my pick to go to the World Series, and I'm not saying it's over, but the Dodgers they look great right now, so they definitely shocking me. But the Yankees, I'm pretty shocked with the Yankees as well, going down 0-2, but it's against Toronto. They have a great team. They've been good all year, so I mean I wasn't expecting. I was expecting more back and forth, better series. It's early, it's not over yet. But I'm surprised right now. But they did do their job, winning the games they're supposed to win. Man. But the Brewers, the Brewers look amazing as well. So yeah, the Phillies got me all over the place right now, man. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on the Phillies. I did think that it would. I didn't know if they would beat the Dodgers, but I thought it would be a close series. Right now, they getting dominated.
Right.
So, that is surprising. But also to piggyback off what John was saying about Aaron Judge, like some of the mental mistakes he got to overcome that when it comes to playing big time baseball, like that leads to that is what propels you to be one of the better players is when you could make plays and stuff in the big moments. So everything else y'all said, I agreed with that, but I'm really gonna be critical of Aaron Judge moving forward. So
Hey man, time for the best part of the show with the Black Spotlight. And today I will not be going first. I will be passing along to my brothers for their Black Spotlight first.
All right, man. I'm gonna roll with it. My black spotlight this week is none other than my starting quarterback, Spencer Rattler, man. I want to give a big shout out to him. First win of his NFL career after 10, 11 starts, man. So I'm happy for him, dog. I'm happy that we were able to finally come together as a team and get a win. First win for our head coach as well, man. So once again, man, just shout out to him. He's been playing good football, great football, in my opinion. He ain't been turning the ball over. He's been keeping us in games, and I just hope that we able to, stack this and keep on rolling. So shout out to Spencer Rattler, man.
yeah, shout out to Spencer Rattler, man. Good win for him. My black spotlight for this week is gonna be Stephon Diggs. Went into his old stomping grounds in Buffalo and had a great day, great performance. He didn't get in the end zone, but he made big plays, had 10 catches, was all over the field and showed, ACL tear couldn't tear him down. You know what I'm saying? Like he still could come back and play at a high level at his age still. I mean, that's just remarkable, man. So shout out to Diggs.
Hey man, shout out to y'all Black Spotlights, man. In life, man, it's so many great people in this world, man. I just feel like, everybody deserve their flowers. So first of all, shout out to Spencer Rattler and Stephon Diggs, man. But yesterday we got some news of, something that may be happening soon with, people in the NBA, and just you never know what you got until it's gone. And today he came out and he said that, he got some more left in him, man. And I just want to say, for my Black Spotlight today, man, we gotta go with the one and only. The one and only. LeBron Ramon James. LeBron Ramon James, man. The big 2-3, man.
Come on, dog.
Y'all don't understand. LeBron Ramon James, man. He is one of one. Ain't nobody like him. He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT, man. We not done yet. We not done yet. Y'all know how happy I was to see that was a commercial. I was ready to just, call out work today, just, be in the bed laid up, man. LeBron retired. But he not done yet, man. So my black spotlight today is LeBron Ramon James, man. I love you, bro. Keep going. You're an inspiration to so many people. You the GOAT, man. Keep going. Black spotlight.
Right.
Man,
What I said yesterday, right? Did I not tell this boy that this was an ad, bro?
you
He
did.
over there by the boo-hoo start crying, thinking this man leaving, man. Brian not gonna announce his retirement like that,
Hey,
bro.
man. He know better, man. He can't lead the game yet, bro. The game don't know what to do without LeBron. We still gotta work it out, man. But shout out to LeBron, man. He made up more than seeing
Bro,
that.
I'm weak at you. Turn your camera Put the jersey on, man. Come
That
on
might have
now.
been one of the most entertaining black spotlights. Oh, that is crazy. Hey, man. John, take us home.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all boys for being here this week, man. Appreciate y'all for staying consistent, man. We've been consistent with this. That was our goal from the beginning when we started this back up at the beginning of the NFL season, man. And we just gonna continue to keep bringing y'all episodes. We appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for liking, subscribing. We need those, man. We trying to blow it up, man. So we appreciate y'all for all the support. And until next week, man, y'all keep it locked right here to Welcome to the World of Sports Podcast. We're gonna end it on a good note. Shout out to Eddie, man.
Yeah.